Like a key point to me, especially my buddy who I used to live with, about how like even on your free time when you're doing nothing, to make it like you're working on something, even like some stupid hobby, whatever.
Yeah, maybe it's like arbitrary.
Just always,
shit.
yeah.
But like you're checking things off a list.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Like,
just always be progressing in something, and like
I do that with like reading list articles on my web browser. Like I might have like clicked something. Oh, I want to read that later or whatever. But like in my downtime,
definitely
it's
like when I'm at home, like I'll
read them and check them.
And I'm not I'm not drinking, I'm not working, or I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling, maybe drinking a beer, smoking a bowl. I got a soccer ball, and I like to play soccer.
Nice.
And
Kirk loves soccer too.
I always practice, like, I mean, I think to myself, I'm like, shit, I'm not doing anything. I was like, no, it's a good time to fucking practice on some soccer. And I fucking just, like, start, like, doing some bumps and fucking just getting her going, and yeah, just always doing something and progressing, even when you're doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you
work on something, even if it's something in your head or something physically. Like just work on something.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's
fuck yeah, and do things like because, like I have a. I think there's like sometimes I just feel like I'm running out of. I'm always struggling to make more time to fit in more stuff to do because like everything has its own unique set of benefits, and then all those things impact the rest of your life in some way. So, for example, like doing yoga versus lifting weights is completely different. I mean, they're not completely different, but I definitely get things out of yoga that I don't get out of any other discipline.
Yeah.
So I do that, and then the things I get out of yoga impact how I do all the other things I like to do. And then say like, but then it's and that's true for every other thing I do too. Even like I've been really trying to just widen my repertoire of meals that I cook and trying to get better at cooking and stuff, and just like learning how to do all those things, prepare the food properly, and get all the things, all the timing right, and just doing it mindfully and paying attention to it, and it's just it helps because then maybe I'm washing the dishes a little more mindfully, or it gives me incentive to wash dishes because I want to use them next because I have to make another cool meal later. But it's just kind of everything, like every positive step forward results in like positive step forwards across the board.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you do that just is like when you're lifting weights, you're not just getting better at lifting weights.
Yeah, nothing is really like truly negative affecting you unless you're going into the situation knowingly that it's negatively affecting you.
Yeah.
But nothing you're doing ever is really just negatively affecting you. Even that shit that does negatively affect you. Like last night, I fucking gotta cut this part out. But last night I did cocaine and I'm fucking definitely regretting it right now. And I think back, I'm like, fuck. Like I was saying earlier, though, I didn't get out of my apartment much and ever, and I got out last night, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm taking this opportunity. I'm getting fucked up." But even though it was a negative impact, it wasn't really a negative impact because now I'm sitting here and I'm like, "Fuck, I know I don't want to do that again." Like, I don't know, just like it's kind of positive, and I did have a good time from what I can remember at least, and. I don't know, just like, there's nothing really you can do in your life that's truly negative because everything's an experience and you want every experience.
Yeah, man, you can.
It's only negative if you miss the good in the bad, I guess.
Yeah,
it's all about your perspective about the situation.
Yeah,
it's like, for example, with roofing, I often will meet someone new and they'll find out that I roof for a living, and they look at me as if I just told them I have like malignant cancer or something. And it's just like, what? Oh, they're like, I'm so sorry to hear that. And it's like, man, it's not that bad. Or someone will tell me like that they could never do it, and it's like, you could totally do it.
Yeah, come on.
Have you ever tried? Like, you might even like it a little bit.
I hear that a lot too,
septic
actually.
tank pipe fitter or something.
Oh my god, fuck that. I see people like on a completely other subject.
Yeah.
Like, I see a lot of these people, they're starting their own business and they're sucking up your septic tank.
Yeah.
It's a special kind of motherfucker who's doing that.
Yeah.
Who wants to I'm going to start a business. I'm gonna suck people's shit out of the ground. That's what I want to invest all my time and money into.
Yeah. It's very it's strangely noble.
It has to be like purely financially motivated. I think
that too.
I'm just gonna go for a cigarette real quick.
Yeah, absolutely, my man.
But when I come back, we got to get down to this integrating
Yeah, there's
ISIS
a couple.
members to Canada. We got off topic there a few times.
Yeah, let's. We have some. I was looking at some articles when we were talking. We'll take some good stuff, some good things. Because I think there's two. Well, there's obviously the conservative and liberal side to it. So yeah, let's showcase all the sides we can.
We'll find an answer for sure.
We'll find the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it is a fucking complicated and it's hard to talk about it because it's like, you know, the liberal perspective is that this person made a mistake, benefit of the doubt, let them back in, reintegrate them, all this kind of stuff with therapy and whatever. I don't know what their game plan is. But then, like, the conservative side is like, you know, be careful because what if he's actually, I don't know. And I think
they could be lying, like, you know, they could lie, you know? Like,
Just
that's always a factor in any...
That's something I find, like, the more liberal attitude is at fault a lot of the time for not giving enough credence to the real capacity for a human being to be violent and malevolent.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, I talked to some people who think that everyone has good intentions, and it's like, that is so naive. You mean to tell me fucking Joseph Stalin had good intentions? You mean to tell me a fucking child pedophile rapist has good intentions? Yeah. It's like, no. Like, that is just, you can't make that point. But I understand where they're coming from. It's like, it's almost like compassion over the top, hyperdrive, out of control compassion. Like, it's like, okay, well, listen, there needs to be a line because, like, what are you gonna do? Just like, I'm at a loss sometimes for words because it's a point to me that seems so self-evident that people can do harm, and people can do harm on purpose, and, like, you know, premeditate violence against someone just for the sheer sake of bringing everything down and burning it all down. You know, it's like the Batman and Joker thing and archetypal. You know, it's just. It's real. It's real. Our capacity to, and if you don't realize that, and so I was kind of going to make this point when talking about, you know, when we were talking about what your body can handle with hard work and everything, and I see these people like Cameron Haynes and Wim Hof just doing this crazy stuff with their body, and I try not to think about it like they're some sort of exceptional human being. I try to think like they're human, I'm human, they're showing me what I'm capable of doing, and so try and do it. But then the same is true when you're reading about Hitler and you're reading about Mao and you're reading about Genghis Khan, you're reading about all these people. It's like, that's human too, you're human too, that's in you too. And it's more dangerous to just pretend like you're not capable of that.
Everything is always peachy keen.
Yeah, it's so naive.
I think that's why the whole, you know, happiness as a goal kind of thing that has
like perpetual happiness.
Yeah, like that kind of you know, that's kind of been the undertone for like at least the last several decades, if not the last 100 years. Like gradually, I mean, like I'd say, especially after World War II. Yeah. With the baby boom and the economy was doing good and everything, like everyone was just always like, you know, like just trying to like, you know, make that the goal. But it's like, well, you can't. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all.
Yeah,
because like you're not going to be happy all the time. So then, like when you get you know you fall into a you know a trough, or some, you know, you hit a stumbling block. It feels way bigger than it actually is. Yeah.
You need a wide variety. Like you need to dip toes like far on into the far reaches of each side of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's balance.
Yeah, you need to go through hell, and you need to have the good too in life. You can't. You don't have a full life unless you have an adequate amount of struggle and striving, as well as like the rewards for the struggle and striving.
I think that's like why Peterson's popularity has taken off as much as it has, just because, like, you know, people are like, oh, you know, I do feel good when I work toward, you know, like I'm not just trying to be happy and I'm actually trying to like
move forward.
Yeah, like attain something, or like, you know, just
that's what we were just talking about too. It's like you feel better when you're getting after it and getting it done.
That actually, like, those little moments of, like quiet pride, I call it, you know, when you do something well or good or whatever, and you just, for a second, you go, and then you continue on with your day. Like, that's I don't know.
It could be even something as simple as, like...
sometimes it's just more substantial, you know?
Yeah.
Because like genuine bliss, I guess, if you, whatever you want to call it, like, just happiness for the sake of happiness is, like, it's always, like, very fleeting.
It is fleeting.
Yeah.
Well, when I was in my ayahuasca ceremony, the next morning we were just, you know, wrecked. All of us.
Makes sense.
The shaman was like, you know, it's been a good ceremony when everyone's just completely wrecked. But we were just kind of eating, you know, light breakfast foods and fruits and things and some cereals and just kind of talking and shooting the shit and, you know, talking about things on a more casual basis and not, like, flying through dimensions on a
dramatically dire.
yeah, and just kind of goofing off and chit-chatting and talking about the trip too, and then this girl, one of the girls was just talking about how happy she was feeling. She's like, I just feel so full of joy and feel so good. Like, it really tickled her fancy afterward. And then the shaman looks at her and just says, joy only lasts 18 seconds, don't get attached. I gotta go use the washroom.
I definitely have done mushrooms and, like, kind of got the same feeling. I don't know, we're just all fucked up and talking about our trip and just, like, we're all happy and then somebody brings something up and it's, like, so quickly turns into bad. It's, like
you look,
like Taran was
you look into
saying,
the void a little too long. You're like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. It's like Taran was just saying 18 seconds of happiness, and it's like, yeah, I've done mushrooms where it's literally like it's in waves, and it's like I'm happy for 18 seconds or something like that. And it's like, fuck, something happens, and it's like, oh, back into my trip. Like, oh shit, what's going on?
My brother told me when I was in my early 20s, when I was going through something rather difficult, that you just take life 10 seconds at a time. You know, like 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Everything is just constantly in flux and changing. So, yeah, it's just...
Definitely. I mean, take 10 seconds, fucking always out of your time and just like breathe and think about what's going on and situational awareness and everything. And
practicing mindfulness.
it's one thing I learned definitely in the military is situational awareness and just like
You'd have to.
working. Like, we're up at 4:30 in the morning and we go to bed at 11 at night. So we're working fucking like 16 hours a day, 15 hours a day, whatever.
Damn, they give you just 5, eh?
Yeah, it's like
they know that 6 is enough to be like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they tell you constantly, it's like, take that time out of your day, like, take a little breather and get a little situational awareness and just, like, constantly know what's going on around you. I mean, it's definitely something I need to work on myself as well. But, like, I know definitely on the roof, the boys will say something and I'll fucking mishear it, I won't hear it, they'll fucking ask the exact same question 2 seconds later.
They're like,
and
fuck!
Yeah, they'll just have to repeat themselves. It's just like, I don't know, that's a key thing to life is just situational awareness. Know what's going on around you. And
Well, my argument for that is every second that goes by, you're getting closer to dying. Like, we're all
Who knows
heading,
what it's gonna be?
yeah.
and so like,
There you go. Situational awareness
yeah.
is good for that. Like,
well, it's that. Well,
you're
that's
gonna die
all,
fucking in the next 10 seconds. Like,
you might be able to dodge it, maybe.
take a little breather and figure out, like, oh shit, I'm dying in 10 seconds, so I'll fucking text my mom in the next 5 and peace out, boys.
Yeah, say good day. Do a quick Snapchat story.
Yeah, like,
Just want to say peace out. But man, yeah, I mean, so anyways, my point being that like every second that goes by, like you should pay attention to very closely because
literally.
it's literally just your life is just slipping through your fingers right now. Like, so, you know, and how much a day how many hours a day do you waste just doing something that's not positive or even fucking negative. Or
That's another
it's
thing
just
too about the
dumb.
military. It's like, obviously, I fucking